good evening. Miriam Freer, Enyo UK. I'm looking forward to spending the next half an hour with you. And if you've just stumbled across this for the first time, then what is Enyo all about? It's about removing harmful toxins from our home and enabling us, can't even speak tonight, to clean, chemical free wherever we are. And why do we do that? We do that because we believe that that is better for our bodies, we believe it's better for the environment, we believe that it's quicker. So that's why every week we like to get together and talk a little bit more about Enyo, because as we rid ourselves of these toxins, then it enables us to learn a little bit more about how to use our fibres. So welcome, welcome. I am hoping tonight I might not be sabotaged by the internet. Everybody in, I don't know, 50-mile radius maybe needs to be banned from it. I was saying to Chris earlier, hopefully everybody tonight in Stromness is going to play Scrabble, and that will mean that I can play with you for half an hour. So look at this, it is already episode 33 and we haven't been here for a while, so we're going to chit chat about the kitchen tonight, which is, I don't know about you, but it is one of my favourite Enyo zones. Why is that? I suppose because I'm in here every day, and so I love seeing Enyo in action. So I've got a couple of massive wins this week with Enyo, so exciting. And I'd love to hear what you've been up to. I would love to hear if you've been, I don't know, polishing goat's horns or whatever else it is. My first big win was that, I'm glad all is good down there, Chris. After I did the fire with its sort of clunkiness last week, I will do another video. I then put on some leather and wood balm. What a transformation! If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to have a look at the photo that I posted at the beginning of the week about using a little bit of leather and wood balm on my very old, very beat up stove. What a difference. So I lit it today, not because it was cold, but because I wanted to see how the balm responded with the heat. Absolutely fine. So I will give you a progress report as the week goes on. All right, so that's the first thing, as the month goes on, I should say, because unlikely to light it again this week. So the weather looks great all week. Fantastic. Well done, Orkney. So leather and wood balm, which is also on special just until the end of the month. So if you are fancying waterproofing your boots, if you're fancying looking after your outdoor furniture, doing what I did and put some on the stove, then it's a great time to grab this offer. So that's available till the end of the month, £33, and you get the balm, which is usually 28, and a polishing cloth and an applicator. Ding dong. Right. Second big win was this morning. So I'd gone out, collected the eggs, came back in, smashed one on the floor, egg everywhere. Do you know what? If you've ever done that, then this is the cloth that you need to grab. I didn't use anything else, no kitchen towel. Well, we don't have any, we use bamboo, but whatever else it is that you would use, didn't use that at all. All right, just my all-purpose cloth. Its absorption is incredible. So I will do a video on that tomorrow, because I did take a little before and after and a during. I just need to edit it, but how phenomenal. I just love this. I love it for baking, I love it for everything, but I particularly today fell in love with it, that my floor was not sticky and nasty. So what have your wins been this week? Oh, you smashed an egg. It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely, that you grabbed that, Danielle, and it did the job. So brilliant, brilliant. I love it. Now, the reason why I also highlight that is, if you haven't seen already, then we have a fantastic seasonal. It's on our main Enyo page, and you can get it and have a look on there. But we have a superb, it's called a dinner party thank you. And if you have one of these, then you will know that the thing that you really want is another one of these, because as soon as one's in the wash, you don't want to be bereft at your sink. So grabbing one of those and another tea towel, I've got rid of all my other tea towels, but I have about 3 of these, then that is a superb little pack. All right, you can also use your tea towel to double as your Enyo fill. Okay, so say I've done my full kitchen clean with these two. That's what I would generally use, would be my Duo glove, white behind with my Enya fill. After that, quite manky when it's been around my kitchen. So that usually pops in the wash, but I do have some areas that are high gloss, and I'm going to come back and talk about my oven as well, and also my hob. So if I might use my tea towel to dry behind to just disperse any of the water droplets. So you can do that as well as it being uber absorbent. Right, I see we're a little clunky on the internet, but we are holding in so far. But I do want to talk to you tonight. Well, look at this. I went into our cutlery cupboard. Do you know what? We only really do these Mondays so that I can clean. No, I'm joking. Right, so I went into my cutlery cupboard tonight, and I believe that underneath all this, it might actually be silver. So we're going to have a go and an exploration tonight. So we're going to talk about that. And I also want to talk about the cutlery and glass Enya fill. Now, who has one of these? Let me know if you do. The reverse side. Ooh, excellent. That's a nice tip, Chris. I like that. Ooh, very good. Oh, I love a tip. Oh, I picked up another great tip as well, but I'm going to tell you at the end. Right, so cutlery and glass Enya fill sometimes gets overlooked, I think, because we meet you first of all and we talk to you about buying things in zone packs. So you know that this is the kitchen zone pack, costs £103. That works out you're spending 66p a week to clean this area. Okay, so I love that because it's the essentials that you need. And also, sometimes we want to use other bits and pieces as well to augment that. So I have a vegetable cloth that I use to clean the eggs and is really coming into its own now for doing all our root vegetables so that I don't have to peel them all. The tea towel is brilliant, isn't it, Jill? That's a good testimony there. And I use my fruit and veggie cloth as well to clean off our eggs in the morning. So it's really great for that because I can just kind of scrub dry without adding or dealing with the porosity of the egg. So I don't want to do that. And then the other thing that I think does get overlooked a little bit is this cutlery and glass Enya fill. Now, what can you use it for? Well, it's not super absorbent because it's very fine. If I hold it up here, you'll probably get a better look of it. It's very fine, a little bit slippery, but is amazing because it's coming to that time of year, like sitting and having a little glass of wine by the by the fire, for goodness sake, Miriam. Right. I've just seen my little girl come out of the shower, that's it. Obviously, I cannot multitask, as is evident. So this is, I can use it dry, and it will help polish up and take off water droplets, but also, if it needs a little bit of bite, someone's walked off with my water bottle, haha. Right, then it does make it slightly damp, and what that does is it just helps it bite in a little bit. A bit like we can use the polishing cloth, usually we use it dry, but I can also use it a little bit damp, and that just gives it a little bit more edge to be able to clean. All right, so if I get a stubborn bit on a glass, which I did just then, just at the top of it, then if I make it damp, it will just enable it to get all the way through, nice and shiny and ready for a nice glass of wine. Now that's one great place to use it. The other place which I like to use it is on cutlery, a few watermarks on when it comes out of the dishwasher. Okay, so when it comes out, we don't use much rinse aid, we just use those dishwasher liquid. Occasionally I put a bit of rinse aid in, a nice one, not a nasty one, and it just means that those water droplets, that sort of slight tarnish sometimes that you can get, is brilliant. Okay, I really like it because we're just here while I do all these jobs that usually just wait. Right, so I love it for that. And also, the other place which I think it's great for is on here. Alright, so in between that clean that we were talking about, where I'm using my Duo glove and my Enya fill, and that's in the wash, this gives a really tight, a bit like the living Enya fill does on your sauce. It gives a really tight dry, and so it makes it very shiny very quickly. So I would have washed this down, I would have, but if I just go over with this damp now on the front of my cooker And if you had high gloss units, it would be just the same. It absorbs a lot of moisture, like the living end of doing your glass doors, which is why you can't use when you're going around your whole house. You need to use your windows and your fill, but fantastic on things like your top of your hob to really bring up the shine. Okay, so, all right, I see that nobody has this gravel board out, and our internet is still slightly clunky. Apologies for that. But if you haven't got one of these, don't overlook it. £24 and is well worth the money. But let's get on to what I am hoping to be a bit of my main bay. Right, so spoons are a bit covered, and generally when we get to clean things, I'm just going to move you down a little bit so that you can see. There we go. Generally when we get to things in the cupboard, when we get into use things with marble paste, we usually say that we need to use our sponge, because usually it's in the bottom of the oven or it's on my stainless steel cooker hood where there's a big build-up. But these things are more fragile, and I can use it with my Endotex fibre, and it will work well with that. So this jewel cloth I also really like for in-between clean. We do a lot of baking. Sometimes I just need a little bit more than my all-purpose cloth to really get everything deep pore clean. And so the duo cloth is a brilliant addition as well. And if I just work away, if I hold it this way, you'll be able to see it. So this is my duo cloth, a tiny bit of marble paste. You saw I didn't put much on. And the duo cloth is just going to lift up really gently, so it's not going to damage the metal in any way. Holy moly, hold the front page. There's silver in the house. Right, let's have a little look here. Tiny bit more marble paste on my spoon. My goodness gracious me, that's quite exciting. Mike will come in tomorrow and he'll say, have you bought new spoons? I'll say, no darling, I've just cleaned them. Right, so let me show you the difference. I'm not pushing hard. Remember, you need the Endotex fibre to be able to pull out the dirt. So if we push too hard, basically it compresses the fibre and it can't do its supersonic cleaning job. Right, so I'm just going to give it a tiny little bit more on the back. Oh, I'm quite excited. Hope you are too. Because I'm going to show you a lovely little before and after of what marble paste can do. And now I know that all of you are going to be raiding your cupboards to see what you can clean. Right, so let me just get, Rebecca, can you just go and get me an Enya fill, the kitchen Enya fill, and you go around the other way and then bring it round for me? Yeah, kitchen one please, darling. Take his hand. Actually, I've sent you off on an errand, but I'm going to use this just so I can show you. Look! Pretty good, isn't it? Right, so not a lot of effort at all, and you will be able to change all of your cutlery. If it's a bit tarnished, no, that's a tea towel, darling. If it's a bit tarnished, you'll be able to change it, transform it into its original article. So did I need to use my sponge? No, because I'm pushing very gently on this, and the tarnish itself is not too onerous, but you can just see I'm not going to be able to get that off with a cutlery and glass Enya fill, but what I can do is take that off with marble paste. Do you know what? I wish you were here, because it feels completely different. And it just reminds me about the build-up that we have when we've been using chemicals, and when we remove that and we get back to the metal, what a difference. Oh, great. Oh, so what else can I do that with? Well, I can carry on and do that with all my spoons in exactly the same way. And you can see the dirt there on the fibre. Thank you very much, darling. You can see the dirt on the fibre. All right. And my girls have come to have a look, so they can't believe how shiny it is. Yeah, you can do the other one. Go and put something on, and then you can come around this side. Go and put something on. Right, so if I show you again, Rebecca wants to come and have a little go. Awesome on the saucepan, great, same process. Yes, just very gently. So if I show you on my grapefruit spoon, which I'm sure I learned from my mother, who might well be aghast that sits in this sort of stage, then again, just nice and simply, and then the Enya fill or your cutlery glass Enya fill to give it a really good polish is going to bring all of that up really beautifully. Okay, and you can see Emily's face. Her jaw is practically on the floor. All right, so get cleaning, people. It works just as well on your stainless steel. Okay, so this is a spoon that we use all the time for stirring the tea. You can probably see it's got a really big, nasty build-up of tea on this stainless steel. So it's not just about me getting the really beautiful thing. I didn't dampen my marble paste actually. You can see here, Jill, if I just bring it, trying to get it out of the glare. Maybe there. All right, so my cloth is damp. I've just wiped it along. And if you remember, with your marble paste, the more that you want it to bite, the drier you want it to be. So the fibre is damp, but obviously it's not dripping. And then I'm just rubbing gently with it. If it's really tricky, if it was really dirty, then I might move up and use my sponge. Probably not on my silver, and it probably wouldn't be necessary either. But even on your stainless steel, where that gets a little bit tired, then again, just with your duo cloth fibres, your duo glove fibres, then you'll be able to, look at that, girlies. Yes, you can do that.
Why did we not do that?
Right, I feel a little trip to Cat's Protection to go and find your cutlery is coming on. Right, here we go. So you need to put a little bit in here. Look, come here so that people can see what you're doing. All right, so a little bit on, and then just work away very gently. All right, so I'm going to leave Rebecca. Actually, I'll put you that side of me, darling, and you can clean away. Perfect. So what else are we going to want to bring into action in the kitchen? Well, I also want to talk to you about the middle of your toaster. And the middle, as you can see here, I can feel it as well, just the build-up that comes over time. Now, this is somewhere where I'm going to be using my sponge and my marble paste, because I know, one, it's been there for a very long time, but also it's a tougher material. It's not like that I'm cleaning silver now. Now I'm trying to get rid of all that residue that builds up between the toaster where it really burns on. And those things that you always go, oh, I should really get around to that, and never do it. But today is the day. So, and that is as simple as going over one side and then the other, and then across the middle. And you can probably see then, I hope, that these two sides completely clean, and this one I can, Emily, come and have a feel actually, because you can feel the difference between the two for us.
It's like more squeaky, and then that one's really still dirty.
Yeah, you can feel the residue on it, yeah? So the residue here, which is just like the fat and the bits of toast and everything that have built up, so that will just come off when I've just done a little bit more. I know, I love having my little helpers in here as well. They are, that's you. I know. Thank you very much. So I can carry on though, because it's stainless steel, I can carry on all the way over that. You don't need to be scared of it. The fibres are made in a way that they're much more gentle than anything else that you're going to be cleaning. So you know it's not going to scratch it. Marble paste is the only helper that we say exercise a little caution. So I wouldn't use it on natural wood. I would be cautious on soft plastics or splashbacks. I would be probably not using it on my worktop, but I wouldn't need to. And I would just be a little cautious of it, because it's really powerful and strong. And most of the time, look at that, Emily. Most of the time, you just don't need it. So there you go. Happy toasting. Put that over there. Michael hates that toaster. He's waiting for it to die, but I keep on cleaning it. Right, great on your stainer. Yes, on the bread maker. I bet it's really great on that. I used it the other day on the kettle as well. Just remember that all these things need to be cold before you do it. All right, because if it's not cold, then the fibres are going to get hot. Now, that one of two things will happen. One, if they're warm, they won't be able to grab the dirt because they're all going to be open, but also you potentially melt them. So just wait until everything is cold, and then you can use it away. How are we getting on? Oh my goodness, look, my helper is working away really well. Yeah, you can do that one too, thank you very much. Okay, so what else did I want to talk to you about? I think that I just wanted to go through some of the offers. Right, so we've talked about how excellent this dinner party must-have is. tea towel, which we all love, super absorbent, about 6 times thirstier than your usual tea towel. Our dishwasher doesn't dry things quite so effectively, and so I just open it and sometimes just lay the tea towel over it. Really sucks up moisture, so that's brilliant. Let's just take you over there, you can see my little helper in action.
Wait, it's gone silver.
Yeah, it has gone silver.
Spoon.
All right, so then we have some other offers which are on at the moment. The first one is around our dandelion soap, because we're back into the season, aren't we, of prolific hand washing, which actually we've been doing all the way through, but now our hands are really beginning to feel that because of the change in the temperature. It's colder in the morning. The dandelion soap is really nourishing. Lots of people who have standard eczema find that this is the only thing that will help settle it. It's about 1,500 washes in there, and what you do is you dilute it into a foaming bottle, so it's part soap, water, and then you pump away a lovely luxurious foam. One bottle on its own is 26, so at the moment though you can grab 2 of these for 45. Right, so it doesn't matter. We did send out an email to everybody who's maybe bought it in the past. If you've bought it in the past and you didn't get that, then please let us know, all right, so that we can get you on our mailing list. But you can now get 2 for 45. So this is a season of making sure, sorry, that we are well looked after. The other thing to use, if your hands are getting dry, is a little bit of the Leaven Wood Balm. And that really helps. That's what we did on your hands, didn't we? Yeah? Because your hands were really sore at school. And how did the Leaven Wood Balm help?
Because it made it easier.
Made it what?
It was smooth and yeah.
It was smooth? Okay. So it smooths it down as well if your hands are really aggravated. So a great thing to have in your arsenal. Again, remember that's on special at the moment. And we are coming up, are we not, to Fright Night. So we have a great thing for taking off, well, I love these anyway for using on my face all the time, but we have 3 exfoliating pads. They have the cleansing side on one side and the face duo fibre on the other side. So this is the lighter of the 2 exfoliators for your body, and they are usually 42, but you can grab 3 of them for 34, and that is until the end of the month. So don't miss out, because that's on Friday. I know. How did that happen so soon? And, oh my goodness, thank you very much, Rebecca. Good job. No, I think that's nearly us. Thank you very much. So tonight we have been using our marble paste. We always use the laundry liquid in our machine. This is about 100 washes in here. And the dishwasher liquid as well, we use that all the time, because why do I want to go and take chemicals out of my kitchen and then eat on top of plates that are completely covered? So these 3, all right, you can get at the moment, they're usually £60. But if you're happy to share with friends a little bit about Enyo, that can be as simple as a get-together and maybe look at some of the Christmas things that we have on offer, or one thing, or how you look after your fibres, whatever suits you, then you can get them for as little as 39. All right, so we could have a chat about that. So let me know if that suits you. So I have one final thing for you, you special people, tonight, and that is that this month I am running a joint fundraiser with my lovely colleague Nicola. Nicola sadly lost her mum to breast cancer a couple of years ago, and we wanted to do a fundraiser really to raise money for that charity, which is really dear to her heart, and that is running until the end of the month. And if you go onto Orkney Virtual Mal, you will find me and Nicola there. You could search for Enyo and you will find the fundraiser, and you could walk away with 5 zones of Enyo for £10. So each ticket is £10. Fundraiser runs until Friday. We have some tickets left and I wanted to offer them to you. So if you hop onto Orkney Virtual Mal or message me, I can put you in for that. You can be a proud winner of 5 zones and we can raise some money for this charity, which is really dear to Nicola. Okay, so I wanted to let you know that in case you hadn't seen it or you haven't been on this great new site in Orkney. Thank you very much for joining me while I have cleaned all our silver, well, me and Rebecca. Good job, hey? So I expect you all now to rifling through your drawers to see what is there that you can clean. Remember, it can bring up your stainless steel beautifully as well. Just take off all those tarnish stains, tea stains, all of that. You can see the difference between the two, just the dullness on there, the tea that's on it, and then nice and blingy again. Do get in touch with any queries, please. I'm here to help. So what we don't want you to do is invest in your fibres and then them get stuck in the cupboard, because you bought them for a reason and we want you to maximise that opportunity so that you can really get benefit out of it. But thank you for joining me. I hope that you have a really splendid week, everybody. And if you want any of those offers, remember that this one here, the bling, all right, so the time to shine and the exfoliator only run till Friday, all right, so don't miss out. And everything else is ongoing for a little bit of time, even this one, okay, so that will run a little way into November. I hope you have a great week, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday for more cleaning fun.